Yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy Rick Taylor back with another episode of that Rick Taylor Entertainment Podcast. And I'm sitting here with my boy, Sour Brand Tez. What's going on with you?
What's going on with it, Rick?
Nothing much, man. First and foremost, welcome to the show. You know
Thanks
what I'm saying?
for having me.
Here on the show, we like to interview artists of all kind, entertainers, wherever you do. This is the platform for you. We pretty much like to let the people know who you is, and if you got a business, promote your business and stuff like that, and tell the people who you is and what you do. So we're gonna kick this off with first and foremost, like I said, welcome to the show again.
For sure.
You a business owner. Let the people know what you who you is and what you do.
So I'm Tez, Sour Brand Tez, Tez. And I say clothing and fashion designer, content creator, just brain thinker, good ideas and stuff, for sure. And just came up with a concept for like myself and got into like the clothing, the fashion business for sure. And took on with that, starting with that.
Yeah, and that's dope, man. Now, I had to tap in with you, man, because I've been seeing what you was doing. And before we start, man, y'all make sure y'all tap in to the brand. Y'all see the brand. Y'all see the hats.
Sure.
Y'all see the hats, man. He got a lot of more merch coming. Like I said, I've been tapped in with you for a minute. We've been tapped in with each other. We chopped it up. I'm glad, you wanted to come on the show and you reached out. And you finally here. We made it happen.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk a lot about like your background and who you is and about the brand. So I like to start it off with your background.
Mm-hmm.
So where was you born and raised for the people who want to know?
Born and raised here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Family in Mississippi, but mostly from here. Born and raised here. Went to a couple schools. Went to mostly east side of Milwaukee, down by MLK, like Second and Keith, kind of over there in that area. Whole family, like I said, stayed around there, and just a kid that grew up here in Milwaukee. So,
Right.
like getting into it, you know how Milwaukee is. We have our trends, we have our settings that we go into. So I was in that art, that fashion, and like all around efficacy, like going around seeing different people from like the downtown area, the east side area, the south side. You see different like cultures and fashion tips that they got that you want to, tap into and mix into and do something with your own. So, we had that dip shirt era.
Yeah.
Where we was going into that tattoo crazy. And I was a part of that as well. I was doing people like, designs for them to take to somebody else to go do while I get stuff done. And just crazy with the art form and fashion. Like I was just tearing stuff apart, putting it together and creating it for people to wear and stuff.
Right, and that's dope, man, because when I saw your brand, I just saw the hats at first. And then recently, I started seeing like pictures you took with your homie, like, and y'all was like, had the brand on, like, jackets, shirts, hoodies. I'm like, oh, they going crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Sure.
Yeah, now, before we even get back into that, what was your childhood like growing up? Because I know you said you grew up on, different areas and stuff. Like, what was the childhood like growing up in your household and stuff?
It was decent. It wasn't much like, everybody got their struggles, they in and out probably, but mom's pops made it happen. Definitely all had a hustle. Everybody got into something. And I say like that, we just pushed forward. It wasn't rough. Everybody just had their days and stuff where you come to your lows, then you reback, you get that grind on. It wasn't pretty much bad. Different areas stayed in definitely will show you different stuff. Growing up, you definitely see change, but yeah, it wasn't that bad. Love the hoop. I was in the hoop and stuff for a minute. Still do hoop. I ain't gonna say like in a minute, but
Right.
like such as like college and stuff.
Right.
Chill back. But it's pretty decent. You will see the difference within the different areas and how people stick together in certain stuff. Especially with the people that grow up with. Some you leech off of, some you grow up with to keep going and do
Right.
business with.
Yeah, that's how it usually go. Like, some people outgrow each other. Some people still kick it with each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's good to know, man. You seem like you got a good head on your shoulders. You seem like a cool dude. Like your vibe and your energy.
For sure.
You know, I'm big on that, and your energy was cool, bro, and your vibe was cool.
Yeah.
A very humble guy too, bro. And looking at this quality you putting out, a lot of people will probably like get big headed, like, I'm finna do this shit, I'm doing my shit. But you really stay humble, and you just like, you know, and you really like, you don't really talk too much about, as much as I know, like as much as like communication we've been doing, you never really been like speaking on your moves. You've been really moving in silence and stuff like that. Who inspires you to even get into trying to create a clothing? Who inspired you even to like create a clothing brand?
From the era I grew it was a lot of people, local base, and I say big wise. Like once you get into it, you know the details of like fashion, people who creative. And it's a business design. So local people, I say, is the people that's doing local people. So people that's doing something in the fashion business, not just designing that. We know that shit takes time. Yeah. So I say local people wise, that I'm looking up. We got for sure my dog Nate, Gregory Hampton with the customizing. He do the shoes. For sure fashion. He work with big people. People that look. Larry, he was definitely one big for Milwaukee. Arts Day. I just, you know, pick some times. You got Unfinished Legacy. You got
dope.
It's a couple people that I take fashion tips from and just look. Even though they don't know me or stuff, it just be the people that outside. That's why you always gotta push forward in what you're doing, but also keep on the tip that somebody's looking at you even when you're not noticing.
Right.
So like I took tips from people who skateboard, people who's doing shoes, people who's doing like even women. You take fashion tips from and just get on there. So I say people local based in like Milwaukee, and then you got like Rob Deerdeck, people like that you just be like you see different fashion. ASAP Bari with the V-Lone. It's a lot that you take from, and then you just find your concept. You're not just grabbing an image from Google. You get into depth of what you want to do and how other stuff inspire you, and get creative with your own way.
Right, and that's definitely dope. I like how you mentioned like grabbing different pieces or just taking like, you know, advice from other people, like, you know, because that matters. You know what I'm saying? Like this is your audience. Like you want to cater to everybody. Like skateboarders, because you want to have some for the skaters, you want to have some for the women. Definitely. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Is that a hard to do, like to cater to everybody?
For sure, it's hard to do when you got to cater to everybody, because you don't want to pitch your concept, the brand of just with one, you know, culture. You want to spread more culture, and you want to, you know, perfect it in business wear. So, you know, you got high fashion, then you got streetwear. I mostly kind of want to tap into both with high fashion and streetwear. But at the same time, know where your depth of clothing and your culture from the from behind the clothing come from. So if you know, like you into baggy jeans or stuff like that, or you see the over baggy jeans, that shit came from like skateboarders.
Right.
Or when you see like the you know, the plain tee, the best design tee is a plain t-shirt, which is a white tee. You throw that on any day with anything,
anytime, any day.
So you know, you just grab that. And you put your own sauce of flavor to it. Dip the bottom of the shirt, color dye it. So, and then when you want to tap into that high fashion, you put it on the polo. You know, you do something creative with it. Some type of way you grab that stuff that's already kind of like out, and you design it. You see plenty brands that or clothing lines that started off with Levi's for their plain jeans, and they dipped over and now it's high fashion.
Yeah.
So you definitely want to tap in, or I say learn from the clothing that you wear. Plain tee, like I said, the highest fashion is a plain tee, white tee. You wear that any day with anything. Same way Air Force Ones.
Right. Now let me ask you, did you go through that phase, like, you know, I don't want to say everyone who has a clothing brand started off doing, because that's probably not true. Did you start off with the like using other people's shirts, putting your logo on there, and then got their name tag on there or stuff like that? Or did you out the gate just study and like, okay, I know what not to do. I want to have my brand on my tag and stuff like that?
No, I seen it, and like I said, the first when you get into it, the first t-shirt you're gonna do it on is a plain t-shirt. So you gonna draw on it, you gonna paint on it and test that theory out. But then once you get more advanced in it, it's a lot of details you gotta get in depth with when you talking to clothing vendors and stuff like that. So like the material, you gotta know like, hey, if I use this down this shirt, it gonna seep through. If I use screen print better than vinyl sometimes vinyl peel off. So you just gotta try different stuff and then just jot down in your notes or what stuff you want to sell or what stuff you want to learn about to put your t-shirt on. But for me, it was a white t-shirt. I remember I was at the time, I was probably like 2018 is when I officially got started. I dropped my first jockey because like schoolmates and my brother Trey, he was like, man, just stop playing and put it on clothes. I know some females that'll wear it. Just go ahead. So the first instant was putting it out there just for people to wear it. Then he was like, females they the first ones to go,
right.
That's gonna buy.
Facts.
And I'm like, man, I'm putting this out for the fellas. And I grabbed a white t-shirt and I put the word sour on there, and it was a heart with the push up. He just grinding, just sweating. So that was my first logo, and then the first one on the sour on the back. I did that on the t-shirt, and that was my first one. But like with the logo itself, what kind of got me to do it was seeing that, like, like I said, V-Lone inspired people as well to put something on the back. I slapped the logo on the back first and then came up with the front of the design.
Yeah, that was clever. A dope logo too. Like, I was gonna ask you, like, what was the process of creating that? Like, how did you know what you wanted to do, and did it take you a long time to decide that?
Oh no, it's that actually kind of like I drew plenty of stuff. It didn't work. Like coming up with my own. Then I just searched and was picking like, man, something got to stick out to me because I done drew tattoos, I done drew graphic, anime, all types of stuff. So I'm like, why is not sticking to me for a design I want to set for a logo? Because they, when in the process of picking a logo or art that I want to do, friends and family tell you they're like, nah, they're just too much for a t-shirt, or no, you can't put that on a polo. So I'm like, what's just solid? That's something that thick. Right. And I came across that and seeing it. It was just like I like the heart with the knife in it because it was like some stuff you love and stuff is not it for other people. Or as you grow over time, you can be good at heart, but some shit gonna stab you in the back that you don't like. So some stuff be the truth, and that logo just stuck with me. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll give it a try.
Right.
And stuck out there with it. I had it since like 2017, 2018. And I was just drawing it, had it on my folder and stuff. My other pictures I had like in my folder, other people were stealing, grabbing. I'm like, what the fuck, where my pictures going? And that's the only one that stuck. So I stuck with it and gave it a try and test run.
Right. So
first batch of joggies sold out.
People stealing your logo and stuff?
Dog, people stealing it. Art. It's crazy because it's just the people that was stealing it was going to get it for tattoos. So I could spot them out off the rip. Like it ain't no major art, so I wasn't taking it as much as serious. But it just I know it's a piece of me, so it's just dope to see that motherfuckers like the art that you do or the creativity with it. So, but yeah, I had art stolen from me.
That's crazy.
Shit, the little t-shirts that I did make, motherfuckers was wearing. And at first it was mad, but then it was like, no, I can't get mad. That's showing that is mine.
Yeah,
so
it's showing progress.
Motherfuckers see where it come from first.
It shows that they mess with it like that. I definitely can see the anger though, but that's dope. Was it a lot of stuff that you had to learn? What was that process like, trying to learn different fabrics, material, and just the business side of it? And is it like, I'm pretty sure you still learning, but like, what is that process like of learning?
Oh man, I'm still taking time. Even just with the stuff that I got, shit sell out. I mean, it sells itself. Like, I don't mean to put it into characteristics. That's why I got a streetwear, but shit sometimes be like, I ain't gonna say like drugs, but like, that process was drugs. It become a business where you gotta, some stuff sit on and it sell out fast. So when especially with my good supporters and stuff, I definitely appreciate them. But sitting on it, you gotta know the materials that mesh had, t-shirts, polyester, and it's a lot. Cotton, certain cottons you want a percent of. So I say go to like one of your fabric stores or so and grab a book before you go to like any of these vendors or anything. Trying to just grab a graphic off of Google. Learn that shit. You gotta know what material you want to do. So, cause you ain't gonna always get the material on a Hanes t-shirt. So you gotta go out there and try like the belly canvas and stuff like that for sure.
That's crazy because I can imagine like it's just so much to it that a lot of people like don't really see. They gotta go into it. Like they usually grab the shirts and it's cool to start off like that, but it's about the elevation. Now, was it hard finding a vendor to like make up your materials, or do you do your stuff?
Oh no, some materials I go look at and have it just like plain basic stuff. You go to like H&M is a good store to go try materials, take a try at. I ain't gonna say like beauty spot stores and shit like that, but definitely Walmart gives a little sauce. Definitely people put you on game. So it's price wise stuff out here that you go see first. And like I said, I grabbed one of those books first to see the material, and then my brother put me on with like a vendor, cause I had OGs and stuff trying to reach out, like I said, to people who already had this shit going and stuff, and shit, can't get mad they don't reach back out, but that definitely puts me in that grind mode. So when you got that hustle and you ain't lazy, a no gonna definitely turn you up for sure, or a non-response to a motherfucker who trying to you don't inspire, but some way they try to reach out to you.
And they don't respond.
I take a no first before a non-response, because it sounds like, I ain't gonna say like disrespect, but it shows just like motherfuckers hold they self at accountable. I mean at a certain level, and it just like it ain't trying to be no competition. It just I see some shit that I want to do, and you can even say, man, that shit weak, or you can say, man, that shit fire. Hey, do this. First thing that I come to a motherfucker first is what's the price or how much you will charge me for it. That's all it takes. But just not denying for like, all right, this grind finna turn up for sure.
All right. Now, I'm glad you mentioned that, like, because my guy, he got a clover line he trying to do, and he going through that same process, like reaching out to people and they not responding and stuff. Do you think that a lot of people don't respond back because they're like, oh no, bro, I don't know, bro, he's a nobody, or they see you as the competition, like I can't give him the sauce because then his stuff might do a little bit better than mine and stuff like that. And also, do you ever feel like that, like by looking at other people with their clover line, like, damn, I gotta go harder at his competition, or they taking away from me?
Hell no, I either probably before denying them, I give them some advice, or I probably even give them a sample or something, switch them over and tell them the idea. But like I said, even if you feel like it ain't your thing to help in, shit, charge them. Okay. That way, charge for your time being spent. So I say, with me, I even though I know everybody each his own and be busy sometimes, but some type of way I respond to let them know, like, hey, when I'm available, or this was this the way to go beforehand, something, but this what I charge to help out, because I still got my stuff to maintain as well. And by taking part of my time or giving you something like a vendor or something like that, tap in. The way to keep going with Elevate, because it's easy ways. Everything can be learned or find a way to. So just by motherfuckers thinking it's competition or thinking like, oh no, dude might blow up, you gotta get out that way, because it's other areas where there's some simple as they design blowing up way more across the world than yours, and you just tapping in here thinking, oh no, I want the motherfucker next to me being better than me. Definitely got to tune in to other stuff and tap in and learn with them.
Yeah, and that's definitely how it goes. Like, you got to pay to get information. A lot of people not going to give it to you for free. And I heard a lot of things you have to go through overseas and stuff. Like, it's a process. You're going to have to spend some money, because I was told you got to spend some money. And it's like, man. Which is good, because which I want to get right into it, the pros and cons. Because like I just said, you got to get some stuff from overseas, and you got to pay this amount of money, and take a risk and trying to see which one is the right one. What is the pros and cons of owning your own clothing brand that you've experienced, if you experienced?
Pros and cons: setbacks, wait times, marketing, a lot of shit you gotta pay for. Like even if you want somebody to come help do photo shoots and shit like that, if it ain't your friends, you gotta pay. Photographers, you gotta pay. Them vendors and stuff that's overseas, they go on holidays, you gotta wait. So you gotta stock up on stuff. And you also gotta go. I ain't gonna say much LLC wise, but business you gotta go. Legal and certain stuff as well that you gotta have behind you. In a team, but yeah, you definitely gotta pay, and certain stuff will set you back. Like a vendor fucking up on like China sizing, them motherfuckers damn near smaller than us.
Yeah, they is.
So you gotta know your specific size and material and tell them add an extra 3 inches before they sewed it together. So yeah, you definitely had setbacks. I had 2 of those. That's what set me back. Vendors sending the wrong shit, you still got to use the batch to make a way. So like I said, that tap into like your hustle mode and picking through shit to just get to the next one. So yeah, certain stuff will set you back majorly. You spent $1,000 on a load to come in, and when that shit get here, it's small sizes. It ain't the sizes that it say for U.S. sides, and you got to pick through that batch and sell it. So I definitely experienced some of those.
That'd be crazy. That sounds like it'd be a headache in a situation, a loss of a lot of money from time to time. What is the long, like, I mean, okay, let me ask you this. Like, how often, because it's tied into, like, the question about how your brand is doing. Mm-hmm. How long do you usually take for you to, like, get off a shipment of clothes, or is it an up and down situation? Or how does that work?
When you got some shit that's simple and fire, that shit gonna sell itself. So even when the motherfuckers see it, they gonna know if they gonna want to buy it or not. They gonna flash past you. You can have a lot of that shit, but they can still don't want to buy it. So if they see it, definitely the shit's gonna sell itself, or definitely your promotion, word of mouth. So you definitely want to promote shit the right way, how you want to go about it. And certain people, you definitely want to like work with and network with wise. So definitely you can't be in the business, you kind of can't be scared to open your mouth, for like, it ain't saying like dick riding, but just reach your hand out to get some ideas or clues or even kind of some help. So like when definitely shout out to my boy Brewcity Flakco and Parker P. When we just that little TikTok and little shot did numbers on it, and it just shows little simple help would be a nice vision for stuff. So yeah, you definitely got to put quality into it, and not too much. Simple is kind of better, but definitely know what you want to do and get help and look at other stuff.
Right. And that ties in too as well. Like, man, like you just stand down and be dedicated. And I was going to ask you, like, how many people do you have helping you, or is it just you doing everything on your own, like packaging up and shipping stuff out and stuff like that?
I had a couple people that I kind of, no, I ain't gonna say a couple. I didn't have one. She was actually on your show party, China P, my Z-Boy. Mm-hmm. Yep, she was on here. She was working with me as well. She got a nice pic with her boy Harlan. She tapped into. He pulled right up, tapped into it, and him. Good dude.
What's up? Shout out to y'all.
Oh yeah, shout out definitely for Harlan. I just send something to all the quick. But yeah, certain people you want to just, network with and work with. But so as far as with me, it's a brand that I will hold myself. So the people I allow and become to it got to be accountable. So it ain't just, we coming in taking pictures with your stuff on. Man, I got to put money behind this. Vendors take money. Photographers take money. So for now, it's kind of just me and my boy, I cut him off for a little bit, but my boy Brew, Flakco, Justin, and
shout out to him. Not to cut you off. Shout out Brewcity Flakco, man, because that's my boy too. He cool. He got all them fitted
hats. Yes, for sure.
That man go crazy, man, with the hats, man. Shout out to him.
Off the other culture, and he kind of got me started with the fitteds, because I all my life I had a hair wear on, because I had like alopecia growing up, and I always keep a hair wear on. And at first I was just my do-rags, just wearing that. Then I got to just my Nike caps. Then he was like, just tap into the fitteds. Put a fitted on. I'm like, this kind of worked. Found my size and went with the fitteds.
Yeah.
And then as I was going with my brand and stuff, he like, you need something, if you're going to wear hairwear, wear something of your own. Because me, it's like, hairwear is kind of like the cherry on top of the fit.
Facts.
You got the shoes, you got the thing. If you ain't get a haircut, anything, you tap in and you go get a hat. And actually working over there and seeing him, you see how many people come in and get a hat. And a hat ain't cheap, but
So like
at the same
$50
time,
a pop.
Gucci hats, you see all that shit. That shit definitely expensive, but it complete the fit to me. So I definitely got into the hats with that and did my own dropped some fire. And he came along and helped with me as well. And P starting to come in and help with me as well for sure. So I definitely tapped in with him more.
Yeah, man, that's dope, man. To see your journey and stuff like that and see your hunger for this. I can tell this is a passion for you. And you've been doing it for, like, how long have you been doing this?
Well, I say, like, I was trying to start off in, like, high school. And I didn't take it serious at first. I hadn't had motherfuckers hit me up. We had that logo, all types of shit. I been had that and was just sitting on it. Because I ain't know kind of much what to, like, go into in the fashion. So as you go and you want to do something for real, you're going to study and learn about it. So I say it took me a minute, probably like three years, and I'm just now like getting started and taking it more serious, because I wasn't taking it serious at first.
Yeah, it usually be like that, man. Like usually like you start and you stop, or it takes something in you or a situation for you, but let me just go ahead and do this full time and like stop playing with it. That seems to be like everybody, even myself, with certain things. Now, what's different about your brand that separates you from others?
What's different from my brand that separates me from others?
Yeah,
I say, I ain't gonna say networking, but me kind of, I'm gonna say me kind of doing most of this stuff on my own, kind of handmade. No other people designing it. And when you look at other people, they, I ain't type to try to pay for much. So I try to learn it and kind of do it myself at the same time. Not saying it's a bad thing, but I kind of want to do my stuff hands on.
right.
And be, have it first to see this type of stuff that I want to do, and then I send that mock up or something to vendors. So kind of from me, what I see different is me kind of being hands on with this stuff and wanting to elevate and go more and spread more. Cause I done got some low, I say like semi celebrities that I done told hold off or just push back until I get the shit in more and make sure it's good before I send it out or put it out there like that. Cause you don't want the wrong celebrity dissing your shit or saying that shit ain't good. So, yeah, I definitely say because I'm hands on with my stuff. Like before I sent that stuff out to BallisLife Tim, shout out to him, Clamp God, I made sure it was straight first.
Yeah.
So when I sent to him, yeah, for sure, put it right on, send pictures to me. I'm like, yep, it's a go. So you definitely get that input, but you don't want to just have a Google image or put it on a t-shirt. As soon as you get it, you like, well, I'm just finna sell it. Nah, you money hungry, sir.
Right.
You gotta do that shit the right way.
Right. You gotta like let people test your brand out and give it to the right people, and let them like promote it for you and wear it and just tap in with you. And I was gonna ask you about the BallisLife because I remember you told me that off camera. How did that happen? Like, as far as you reaching out to them, and is it any more like, celebrities who wore your clothes or stuff like that?
I'm like you said, I'm quiet. I ain't gonna tell who, but I'm definitely putting in the works with some people. And how that got about was, like I said, I was hooping my hooping friends, my hooping guys. Kendall, shout out to him. He sent it over. Mac, she just put it on their TikToks and they promoted themselves. And that you never, like I said, you don't know who will be watching you or who wanna join in or some stuff. So they had it on. Like I said, with me, I people will tell you I ain't gonna say big on selling it, but I big on kind of like the support. You're gonna support me, and it be genuine. Even some shit I just be like, if you seen what I did, hey, off the strength of love, just for the shout me out or good support. Hey, test this out, see how it is, and if you're gonna rock it, then I know you for sure genuine about it. If not, then it just be that. At least I know I tried.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, they definitely posted on their stuff and they picked up, and most of them guys hit me up. You go onto these pages and you will see who these guys promoters is. So like these celebrity stuff, they got promoters and stuff behind them, and send something, show them a picture or something, they gonna, oh yeah, we're gonna show it to them, and they gonna let us know. And once they artists or something see it, they gonna send something. Let me see something. Send it. It's good quality. You gotta,
Facts.
get them something straight away. So I definitely got some people's in the book, but as myself and growing, you got life to maintain, and then you got stuff you got to put into the brand. So with me, this is just the beginning. So I want to get in more, and before I jump into getting a store or getting a workshop, finna stock this shit up, and then I know I can go ahead and do that, because at the same time it's gonna be a lot of work that you want to pull away from to take it more and more serious, and got to do more with it. So I'm making sure I load up and putting my ducks in a row, move correctly before I just move fast.
Right, and you definitely moving correctly too, because I can tell, like, you stay quiet, you humble about it, you just put in the work.
So
just like we just said, like, you know what I'm saying, you'll be surprised who looking and who watching. Just because you don't see a lot of likes or a lot of views on them pictures and them videos and stuff, you'll be surprised who is reaching. A lot of people see it. People watching, they watching. For sure. Always remember that they watching, but it's just like, just because you don't see them watching, you don't see the process, or you don't see the views and the likes and stuff that you want to see. It's a process, it's a journey. Like, you gotta, you gotta go slow. It takes time. Like, you gotta go through that phase and stuff like that. You just don't pop overnight. So it could happen, but it's not likely always. It's rare.
Yeah.
And let's go back to the logo, because I remember you just said, like, some people said they've been had that logo and stuff like that. Now, when it comes to stuff like that and creating a brand, period, like with clothing brand, especially clothing, how do you go about that? Like, do you trademark the logo? Or?
Yeah, you definitely got to go through that and process, and trademark, LLC, all that business stuff. That's why you got to move kind of correctly before you're doing it. And it don't be no bygones or motherfuckers kind of coming wrong. It just, with me, it was something I already stuck to. But like I said, the shit gonna sell itself. He can have the same, and the way he promote it, or people his support, they're just gonna come with that, and the effort and stuff gonna show more with that. So, man, when they hit me about that, I'm like, man, I've been had this stocked up.
Right.
Y'all can do what y'all do over there if y'all so-called got it. But when they see mine, it gonna speak itself. It gonna show the difference. Who had it for real, who doing it for real. So that became non-factor. So that's what I said. But only the effect that come with that is, definitely gotta make sure you research and do the stuff the right way and go behind it. So like I said, moving correctly before moving fast or stuff, or even if it's slow motion, it's better than no motion, for sure.
Right. Okay. Now, one more question about the logo before we get to the final question. With the logo, trademarking and stuff like that, what is the process of trademarking it? Because there's somebody out here who want to know who's trying to do this. The process. The process
trademarking is, for me, when you put that your image and stuff into there, they're gonna search your background, see who kind of the owner of it, designer of it, if it's a fee for it. Mostly with any logos you can buy. So even if it ain't yours, you can go and buy that from that person and purchase it. So when they kind of told me, all we had it was Snap, I'm like, same way as y'all. If y'all say y'all bought it or anything, I kind of picked it and gave it my own sauce to it. As you see, with the words and the drip, the sour, easy word for me to pick, because for me it was the bittersweet of things. Motherfuckers think it was sweet, but it is not that. And shit can go good, but you always got to balance out life. So you definitely got to take the punches to go along with the road of it, for sure. So that's why I kind of see the details with mine. I kept it original. The image ain't changed nothing like how everybody other people's or designs is. It ain't changed. The shit just stayed original. And I just added my own sauce to it by putting that word sour on there. So even if I take the logo out and just use the word, the critique behind it, and sometimes the meaning, but that word just stuck out to me because it was just presentable. My lifestyle. It ain't nothing. I always balance out stuff when it comes to ideas, concepts, or just life in general. You gonna know.
That's dope. Yeah, like I said, I seen that, the logo, the worded logo, and the logo actually. And I'm like, man, that's dope, man. Like, I can't wait to see some more merchandise coming. Now, this is my last question before the last question.
For sure.
Like I said, there's somebody out here who want to create a clothing brand, or some people out here. What advice would you give to them?
Work hard, grind. Even before you want to ask them people, research yourself. And you can't be lazy with it, because you can't get mad if they say no and you lazy. You can't get mad if they're busy and you got to do, you want something to go be help wise, but they're kind of busy or backed up or doing something. You got to really, I appreciate him. Even that's why I said a response is better than a silence to me, because if a person genuinely want to help or see you kind of promoting, you got to show them you putting in that effort before getting that handout. So I say push and do that shit yourself for sure. Yeah, you definitely got to put your gears up, your network, your connection, and do it yourself.
Right. You definitely got to put that work in and research. Yes. Research is heavy. And we got YouTube University and Google University, man. Y'all, you research, and like he said, just y'all hear the tips. Y'all getting free game, man.
Free for sure. Go get you that book. Yo, you got people around you, so you definitely connect some type of way. You don't know who, even though they go if it's probably starting off, even if they go to work, some type of hustle behind them that they doing. And just by speaking to them, asking, picking their mind, you probably tapped into something that they doing a hustle to as well, and they can help you in some type of way, and boom, you connect to the next person.
Yeah.
So yeah, for sure.
Sure. Now, I know I said I got one more before the last one. My bad. I skipped this. Mm-hmm. This is a good episode, by the way. This is a vibe.
For sure.
Now, I meant to ask you, besides your brand, who is your favorite designer? Like, as far as what's your favorite designer brand besides your brand?
Local or celeb wise?
Give me both of them. Celeb wise or local?
Like I said, local wise, you definitely gotta give a shout out to BallisLife Larry.
Facts. Shout out him.
Arts Day. I actually seen Tim in the store, and I connected him. Or even if y'all spoke before, was like, hey man, I seen your stuff. Go on, connect to you. So Arts Day.
That was love too.
Even
bro.
if it's people you don't know, just by seeing them doing stuff, it makes you do that. Greg, he the customizing. I don't want to pronounce her name wrong, but Nadia, with the prime. Even my cousin, he wanted to do something. I got a couple people, so it's just
you said a couple of brands that I don't even know about.
Yeah, you got arts and stuff, so people definitely in the arts field. Like the one I just seen was Milwaukee. I would know. Sorry if I don't know your name or anything, but she definitely she's doing her thing and got stuff with that. You got these, I ain't gonna say resale stores, but you got some people in there that you connect with. Like High Boys, you got Re-Rock, you got Flashback. So even with them and their creativity and doing their own thing and their other style, certain stuff just to catch you, like you'll see, like just for the designs on the shoe colorway, you got to put that in some type of way of your fashion. So I say local people, anybody local, definitely, you don't know who looking to you, them people I look at, but such as Celeb Rise, you got V-Lone, you got Hyde Park, Skate World, you got DC, that stuff that you look into, even just the simple and plain like BooHooman, you got Fashion Nova and stuff like that just take your plain stuff and then you put your sauce on it. You put your own creativity on there. So any type of design or fashion that's out there, you go look into and do with your own concept.
Right.
That inspired me to go look at stuff.
That's dope, man. You just put me onto a lot of brands, and also put a lot of other people on who's gonna be watching this onto a lot of brands too. So I gotta tap in with that because I love like supporting local stuff.
Yeah.
Just a period, black owned, whatever it is. I love supporting. Now this last question, I want to tie it in with another question because it's the same.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be like two questions. What's next for you, and also, have you ever or would you try to sell your stuff through like Fashion Nova and BooHooman and stuff like that? That's how we gonna end that.
For sure. What was the first part again? You said
what's next?
What's next? What's next is me stocking up. Because at the same time, I do want to sell stuff, but at the same time, if I know I want to get to more to the next level, because I kind of had the same setback as well. Pulling back while you take these time for these vendors and stock up on stuff. So what's next for me? I don't really want to talk, but networking, kind of my own area of store-wise and location where I pick, networking. So even if you got like a TikTok, you doing hair, you got like your own critique of stuff you want to do, just hit me. Or even if it ain't me, somebody around me or so, hit me. Even though I'm like kind of busy, I definitely respond or let you know how the way to go about it, even if it's a charge or so. But I say networking and building of my own. And what was the next one question?
Would you sell your stuff through like Fashion Nova and BooHooman or BooHooman?
The price is right. I definitely kind of like a contract of working with stuff and seeing about that. But as far as building wise, it got to be a certain level where I feel successful at or good to agreement at. Because like I said, if you for real about your brand and stuff, you just a dollar sign ain't gonna amount to what you want to do and how far you want to take it wise. So once I feel like the agreement is right and I feel like I'm at a good level of success with my brand and stuff, of course a contract or so would be nice to do and network wise, because now I can take this same, because in the process of doing that, time still moves on. So the next person coming up, you definitely want to get at kind of like, I ain't gonna say like free game to or game to, but at the same time, you don't know who watching, so networking can help the next person go to getting that same degree of what you did or what you came up to a process, or even better. So yeah, you definitely want to keep it moving, and at the same time of you moving on, you bringing in more people to come up with it, because all this should be recycled.
Right.
So I'm going to with that.
That's dope, bro. Like the fact to sit here and hear about your knowledge with this and see how serious you is and how passionate you is about this brand is dope. And it's like, I can't wait to see where it take you, bro, because
For sure.
I can see around this time next year, you'll have that spot where you can sell your stuff at and stuff like that, and I'll see you in a lot further position, because to be honest, when I look at what you got now, like I still feel like he's in a fire situation. He's just getting started. You know what I'm saying? Just getting started. You might got a couple of pieces, and just looking at the photo shoots, I'm like, yeah, he doing this the right way. I can tell from material how he doing it, how he taking his time. You doing it the right way. So shout out to you, bro.
For sure.
Yeah. For the people who want to know, matter of fact, I'm done talking. I'm gonna let my boy tell them where they can find your stuff at. Like, you got a website, and let them know where they can find you.
I'm building at the same time. Me saying that, I'm building my website and getting it up and going, because at the same time you want to have the same. You, like I said, legal wise and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. You want to have that. You can't just put Visa and debit stamps at the bottom of your website and then go to that, because if a card mess up or a bank transaction mess up or anything, you got fraud on your behalf that someone could come behind you about. So like I said, with just before I throw a website out there, research it and get straight behind it. I say my Instagram and Facebook hitting me directly. I say because I like pieces that's kind of sometimes one-on-ones. That's the best selling one. The one-on-ones when at the same time when people get in stuff, you got people out there with the one-on-ones that make people go tap in, or I keep saying tapping, but look into of getting their own or what's the price will be or what the charge would be. And that's how like some big fashions or clothing pieces be. Like when you see from Virgil or V-Lone, the one-on-one pieces be the ones that people want to get to, so they come in more and see the concept of what they can get. But for me, definitely building my website to go to, and then like I ain't supposed to say, but the location and store I want to work with. Now I will also put in some other stores that I looked into, like resale stores and stuff like that. I'm kind of thinking how I want to move with that, because at the same time, like I said, other people got their other stuff going on. So if you want to do something that's for real, you gotta go and the best way that's good for you or what you kind of accept at that time. For me, I ain't accepting or going to much of some other people who got their other stuff going. I want to go my own,
right?
And do that. I will connect and tap in for sure, even if it's not within mine. I help out and find ways, and if the collab or mixture come about, you just gotta look into it first before doing it. So for me, it's definitely building and moving correct.
Man, that's dope, man. Shout out to you, bro, on your success up to this point, and to the more success you got coming your way, because I can see it coming for you. Like I said, you on your grind, you in your lane, you staying humble, you ain't watching what nobody else doing, trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, be worried about somebody else and let it knock you off your, what you got going on. You definitely on your way, bro. And I just want to thank you for even coming on this platform, because
thank you.
Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about, supporting each other and, helping each other out and promoting our brands and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, definitely support. You see, even without being mine, I send somebody your way, or hey, look into this what this person got going, because that's how you just build within yourself as well. You ain't gotta be like, I ain't gonna say antisocial or stuff like that, but you definitely on your alone time, you focus on yourself, and then on your spare time, connect wise, business wise, and going like that, because the appreciation of shouting someone else out can go a long way.
Yeah.
The appreciation of helping someone out can go a long way. So I just if it's something that's something I like doing or something, or see genuine help, I show the same love in return, or reach out the best way I can, so that I can push the next person to keep on hustling and grinding for sure.
Yeah, and I think that's dope, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day, pushing the culture forward and helping each other share our businesses, man. Shout out to you, man. Like I said, I thank you, because you could be anywhere else, but you came here on a platform and chop it up with me, give game to the people, give game to me, and showcase your business and your talents, and even show me and my lady love with hats,
man,
and stuff like that. I just can't. I just can't wait to see where the business and the brand go, man.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, for sure, man. All y'all out there, man, y'all watching this, tap in with the boy, man. Sour Brand. Y'all know what's going on, man. Just be on the lookout, because he's definitely coming.
For himself.
Exactly. He putting in the work, and his actions definitely speak for himself. A humble guy, good brand, good quality. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all tap in. And, like I said, artists DM me, business owners DM me, anybody who want to come on the platform, DM me. Y'all make sure y'all go follow the brand, Sour Brand. Y'all follow my boy Tez.
Indeed.
Yes, right. And y'all follow me. And until next time, man, gone.
Thanks, Rick.
Yeah,
appreciate that, man.